let's take our first step in the third scenario now. A server that is powering off seems to be at random. How do we go about diagnosing that? Well, it's really easy to take the first step and jump to the power supply. But that would be wrong. That's not our first step. Our first step is going to be, where is the computer getting its electricity? Where is it getting its power? Could be a faulty outlet. Is it connected to a power strip? Very possible that it's a failing power strip. Okay? Don't jump to conclusions and assume things. Take that first step. And once you take that first step, or once you start to take that first step, ask yourself, are there any steps before what I'm thinking this first step is? Again, you may have jumped to the power supply and thinking about the power supply. That's a decent first step, but begin to back up a little bit. Say, okay, I think my first step would be the power supply, but is there anything which could be involved prior to the power supply? The whole point of a first step is that you're not bypassing components or variables. You're not making assumptions. Well, I know the computer's getting power. Well, you know it's getting power sometimes. Is there anything else connected to that outlet? Could you swap it to a different outlet, a different power supply? Are there other things hooked up on that power supply? Are they acting strangely? Are they functioning properly? Heck, you can look at that little red light on the power strip and you can see if it's kind of flickering and acting weird. Those are all good first steps. So your first step in this case would be where the computer is drawing its power, and you would troubleshoot that first. Then from there, you could move on to your power cable itself. Do power cables go bad sometimes? They absolutely do. Okay? So that would be a good first step. After that, you would move into the power supply, but that would not be your first step. So I hope that these examples have helped you to understand this process in a holistic way, and that you're understanding we're not making assumptions, we're taking it step by step, we're moving very systematically, and we're using whatever the computer is giving us. Man, we are taking that as a gift, and we're unpacking it in our mind, and we're thinking critically about what's going on here, what are the components that are involved. And as you've seen, you are intuitively beginning to look at what the most likely cause of the error is, and you're moving then to the least likely cause of the error. You're progressing in a natural order, and you're not bypassing any components along the way.